Good morning, everybody. Let's see, it's Tuesday morning, and here in Maine, it's about a little after 9:30, and we're ready for another chapter, maybe two chapters of Old Granny Fox. Now, first of all, let's see. Whoops, I dropped something here. I wrote down so I won't forget anybody, because everybody on this list is important. Good morning to Jackson, my grandson in Bangor, Maine. To Matthew, another grandson in Jackman, Maine. Let's see, Marjorie, a granddaughter in Palermo, Maine, near Liberty. Emma, and hello to Malia in Missouri. Lucas in Maine. Kai Ming and Rukai in Seattle, Washington. Hope here in Maine. Leslie and Mary over in England. Da 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 da. Whoop! I'll stop now. And Dylan here in Maine, and Lucas in Missouri. Another Lucas. Wow. Before I begin reading, everybody, and this won't mean much except for my wife Roxy and son Adam and daughter Katie and daughter Susanna, but this chair I'm sitting in, when I was a fireman in the Bangor Fire Department, quite a few years ago now, there were about 17 or 18 of these chairs in the old Central Fire Station. This is gone now. They built a new one, tore the old one down. And two of them, parts got broken and they threw them away. And I retrieved them to be able to make one good one out of the two, and this is the one. So this chair has a long history with me, and it is so comfortable. Wish I had a couple more like it. Anyway, yes. Here we go. Chapter 8, What Farmer Brown's Boy Did. You might remember Granny Fox woke up and there's Farmer Brown's boy sitting there watching her. In time of danger, heed this rule. Think hard and fast, but pray keep cool. That's from old Granny Fox. Poor old Granny Fox. She had thought that she had been in tight places before, but never, never had she been in such a tight place as this. There stood Farmer Brown's boy looking along the barrel of his dreadful gun straight at her, and only such a short distance, such a very short distance away. It wasn't the least bit of use to run. Granny knew that. That dreadful gun would go bang, and that would be the end of her. For a few seconds, she stared at Farmer Brown's boy, too frightened to move or even think. Then she began to wonder why that dreadful gun didn't go off. What was Farmer Brown's boy waiting for? She got to her feet. She was sure that the first step would be her last, yet she couldn't stay there. How could Farmer Brown's boy do such a dreadful thing? Somehow, his freckled face didn't look cruel. He was even beginning to grin. That must be because he had caught her napping and knew that this time she couldn't possibly get away from him, as she had so many times before. Oh, sobbed old Granny Fox under her breath. Right at that very instant, Farmer Brown's boy did something. What do you think it was? No, he didn't shoot her. He didn't fire his dreadful gun. What do you think he did do? Why, he threw a snowball at old Granny Fox and shouted, "Boo!" That is what he did, and all he did, except to laugh as Granny gave a great leap and then made those black legs of hers fly as never before. Every instant, Granny expected to hear that dreadful gun, and it seemed as if her heart would burst with fright as she ran, thinking each jump would be the last one. But the dreadful gun didn't go bang. And after a little while, she felt she was safe, and she turned to look back over her shoulder. Farmer Brown's boy was standing right where she had last seen him, and he was laughing harder than ever. Yes, sir, he was laughing. And though old Granny Fox didn't think so at the time, his laugh was good to hear, for it was good-natured and merry and all that an honest laugh should be. "Go it, Granny, go it," shouted Farmer Brown's boy. "The next time you are tempted to steal my chickens, just remember that I caught you napping and let you off just when I might have shot you. Just remember that and leave my chickens alone." Now it happened that Tommy Tit the Chickadee had seen all that had happened, and he fairly bubbled over with joy. "Dee-dee, dee-dee, Chickadee, it is just as I have always said. Farmer Brown's boy isn't bad. He'd be friends with everyone if everyone would let him," he cried. Maybe, grumbled Sammy Jay, who also had seen all that had happened. but he's altogether too smart for me to trust. Oh my, what news this will be to tell. Old Granny Fox will never hear the end of it. If ever again she boasts of how smart she is, all we'll have to do will be to remind her of the time Farmer Brown's boy caught her napping. Ho, ho, ho! I must hurry along and find my cousin, Blacky the Crow. This'll tickle him half to death. As for old Granny Fox, she feared Farmer Brown's boy more than ever, not because of what he had done to her, because of what he had not done. You see, nothing could make her believe that he wanted to be her friend. She thought he had let her get away just to show her that he was smarter than she. Instead of thankfulness, hate and fear filled Granny's heart. You know, people who themselves do ill for others seldom have goodwill. That's the end of chapter 8. And I think we've got time to read one more chapter, chapter 9. Reddy Fox hears about Granny Fox. Chapter 9, here we go. Though you may think another wrong and be quite positive you're right, don't let your temper get away and try at least to be polite. That's from old Granny Fox. Sammy Jay hurried through the Green Forest, chuckling as he flew. Sammy was brimming over with the news he had to tell, how old Granny Fox had been caught napping by Farmer Brown's boy. Sammy wouldn't have believed it if anyone had told him. No, sir, he wouldn't, but he had seen it with his own eyes, and it tickled him almost to pieces to think that old Granny Fox, whom everybody thought so sly and clever and smart, had been caught actually asleep by the very one of whom she was most afraid, but at whom she always had turned up her nose. Oh, here's a picture. Let's see. There's old Granny Fox. Let's see, where is she? There's old Granny Fox running. There's Farmer Brown's boy in the background with his gun. And that must be Sammy Jay up on the tree branch. Can everybody see that? Granny Fox is making tracks, isn't she? Oh, look, there are two birds, Sammy Jay and, let's see, who's the other one? I can't remember now. Anyway, there they are. Ha! And Sammy Jay is saying, let's see. Oh my, what news this will be to tell. And I bet it will be too. Well, let's see. Presently, Sammy spied Reddy Fox trotting along the lone little path. Reddy was forever boasting of how smart Granny Fox was. He had boasted of it so much that everybody was sick of hearing him. When he saw Reddy trotting along the lone little path, Sammy chuckled harder than ever. He hid in a thick hemlock tree, and as Reddy passed, he shouted, "Had I such a stupid old granny as some folks who think they are smart, I never would boast of my granny, but live by myself quite apart." Ha! Now let's see. Reddy looked up angrily. He couldn't see Sammy Jay, but he knew Sammy's voice. There was no mistaking that. Everybody knows the voice of Sammy Jay. Of course it was foolish, very foolish of Reddy to be angry. It's still more foolish to show that he was angry. Had he stopped a minute to think, he would have known that Sammy was saying such a mean, provoking thing just to make him angry, and that the angrier he became, the better pleased Sammy Jay would be. But like a great many people, Reddy allowed his temper to get the better of his common sense. "Who says Granny Fox is stupid?" he snarled. "I do," replied Sammy Jay promptly. "I say she is stupid. She is smarter than anybody else in all the Green Forest and on all the Green Meadows. She is smarter than anybody else in all the great world," boasted Reddy, and he really believed it. "She isn't smart enough to fool Farmer Brown's boy," taunted Sammy. "What's that? Who says so? Has anything happened to Granny Fox?" Reddy forgot his anger in a sudden great fear. Could Granny have been shot by Farmer Brown's boy? "Nothing much. Only Farmer Brown's boy caught her napping in broad daylight," replied Sammy, and chuckled so that Reddy heard him. "I don't believe it," snapped Reddy. "I don't believe a word of it. Nobody ever yet caught old Granny Fox napping, and nobody ever will." "I don't care whether you believe it or not. It's so, for I saw him," retorted Sammy Jay. You, began Reddy Fox. Go ask Tommy Tit the Chickadee if it isn't true. He saw him too, interrupted Sammy Jay. Dee, Chickadee, it's so, and Farmer Brown's boy only threw a snowball at her, let her run away without shooting at her, declared a new voice. There sat Tommy Tit himself. Reddy didn't know what to think or say. He just couldn't believe it. Yet he had never known Tommy Tit to tell an untruth. Sammy Jay alone he wouldn't have believed. Then Tommy Tit and Sammy Jay told Reddy all about what they had seen. How Farmer Brown's boy had surprised old Granny Fox and then allowed her to go unharmed. Reddy had to believe it. If Tommy Tit said it was so, it must be so. Reddy Fox started off to hunt up old Granny Fox and ask her about it. But a sudden thought popped into his red head, and he changed his mind. I won't say a thing about it until sometime when Granny scolds me for being careless, muttered Reddy with a sly grin. Reddy grinned more than ever, which isn't a bit nice of him. Instead of being sorry that old Granny Fox had had such a fright, he was planning how he would get even with her when she should scold him for his own carelessness. And that's the end of chapter 9. So that's all for today, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it, and everybody have a good day, and see you soon.